Hey guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Pyra and Mythra's Driver. This is part 12, and the last part, the first event of the sports festival being the obstacle race, was taken care of with Izuku having Jin by his side and them breezing through the obstacle course like nothing. As Izuku was struggling to get a couple of teammates, he ended up using Mythra, Ochaco, and Hatsume, with Mythra and Pyra being part of his team, and Jin taking a small break. Any rate, with that said, let's get into this, guys. As the cavalry battle begins, Izuku, Pyra, Ochaco, and Hatsume were basically being targeted by almost everybody, Bakugo and Shoto specifically, as they try their best to keep their distance from all of them, as it's pretty easily, since Izuku is using Pyra's sword to create flame walls, allowing them to keep their distance. And even though Pyra and Mythra may be the front, they're still able to use a small bit of their blade abilities. Since Pyra is out right now, she's able to create small firewalls just by looking in that direction, actually. And however, she's unable to use her blade arts, unfortunately, since Izuku is the one using her sword right now. But still, with her sturdy blade body, she's able to handle any attacks that hits their team anyway. However, the load is a little bit easier on her thanks to Hatsume's support items, as they use the same support items that they would in canon, as the same support items for Ochaco and a jetpack for Izuku to allow them to float in the air. But just like before, Bakugo would still try to take him out, but Izuku using one of his driver arts to knock Bakugo back down, and a driver art that he actually developed, a new driver art. But this time, it isn't based on one of the states. He actually calls it his Pyro Shield, is a nod for, Pyra. As hearing this, she feels honored that Izuku made a driver art honoring her, as they still, even though they were able to keep Bakugo off them, as he focuses on Monoma's team and all that, he still has to struggle with Shoto's team, who's a lot more tougher than they would be, because after the first event, he's more determined to beat Izuku no matter what. As even Ida, who's a close friend to Izuku, sees Izuku as a really strong rival. So yeah, he doesn't plan on losing to his friend. As Izuku feels a little bit nervous, as soon after Pyra switches to Mythra, as saying, "Get a hold of yourself, Izuku. This is no time to feel nervous and feeling like you're out of your depth here." As Izuku saying, "Yeah, you're right. All right. I think I know what we gotta do, but when I give you the signal, only use one." As Mythra saying, "Wait, one? Wait, are you saying I could?" As he's saying, "Yes, just this once, but only once." As she soon begins giggling like a schoolgirl, as saying, "I've been waiting for this moment for so long, since the entrance exam." As Ochaco begins wondering, Deku, what are you planning?" As Hatsune saying, "Yeah, I gotta know what you're trying to do." As saying, "For the perfect moment, I need you guys to stay quiet for a bit, and at least for a split second." As they try to evade from Shoto's team as much as they can, they are able to keep their distance. As for a split second, they're in a secluded area where no team is able to get to them right now. As while Izuku feels Mythra's ether flowing strong within him, as it feels like he's burning up with power. As soon after, Mythra saying, "You think you can handle this without me?" As saying, "Just give me control, that's all I'm asking. Just this once." As she's saying, "Alright, just this once." As she closes her eyes, her core crystal on her chest and the crown on her head began glowing, same as the core crystal that's on her sword. As Izuku feels even more power, as he now feels like he's connected to Siren for a split second, as saying, "Alright, let's do this." As he brings Mythra's sword up to the sky, he soon shoots a beam of light high up to the skies that it can't even be seen by the naked eye anymore. As Shoto saying, "Ida, what are you going to do?" As Ida saying, "Hang on, I got one last chance." As he soon uses his reciprocal burst, moving as fast as he can to make sure to take their headband. However, before they could even land, both Mythra and Izuku began screaming out, "Sacred Arrow!" With that, a light-based blade soon comes down. As before Ida could even get to them, a giant blade of light soon crashes down into the stadium of the sports festival. As right between them, Ida stops as Shoto saying, "What the hell? How did Midoriya?" As Momo's also saying, "That's impossible. Did Midoriya just..." As Ida saying, "I've seen this before. It was during the entrance exam. This was the same attack that Midoriya used alongside his quirk, Mythra. Then that means he's really taking this seriously." As Shoto hears this saying, "Midoriya has this much power. That's impossible. How?" As soon after, Bakugo soon takes down Monoma, just like he would in canon, as he soon sees where Izuku and Shoto are, as he's saying, "What the hell is that?" As he sees the bladed light stuck into the ground, blocking Shoto from Izuku, as he's saying, "Damn it, no way in hell I'm letting that damn nerd show me up again." As he tells Kirishima and Mina and Sero to hurry up to take Izuku down. As soon after, Izuku feels like he's almost feeling like his body is about to give out on him, as he almost feels like he's about to throw up. As Ochaco asks, "Deku, are you okay? Can you keep moving? Can you say anything?" As Mythra's saying, "You idiot. See, this is what happens when you have too much ether flowing through you and taking control of Siren like that." As Izuku trying to hold back the feeling of wanting to vomit, as he tells her, "Yeah, I know. I feel like my whole body's on fire. I can't move." As soon after, while Bakugo and Shoto soon get past the sacred arrow shot, and we're about to rush at Izuku's team. Soon after, time runs out with the cavalry battle ending, as the places being Izuku taking first place, still having 10 million points, and Shoto getting second, Bakugo getting third, and fourth place being Shinso's team, just like in canon. So yeah, as Izuku saying, "We won. We really won." After that, he falls to his knees and begins vomiting. And not just stuff from his stomach, but also begins vomiting a little bit of blood too. As both Ochaco and Mythra saying, "Are you okay?" As Izuku saying, "Yeah, just need some time to hold up." As saying, "See, again, this is what happens when I'm not supporting you by your side. Don't ever try doing something that stupid again." As saying, "Yeah, but I bet you liked it that you were able to use Siren. Am I right?" As Mythra saying, "What gives you that idea?" As she begins blushing and her face is turned over with that of a pouted face. As Izuku saying, "See, I was right." As she tells him, "Just shut up. I'm taking you to the infirmary, you idiot." As soon after, she switches to Pyra, saying, "Come on, Izuku, let's go." As Izuku is basically limping back to the infirmary, as Ochaco saying, "You know, they really do act like a couple. Besides the whole switching minds thing, she almost acts like a real person, really." Is soon after Hatsume saying, "Well, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I got a lot of people wanting my babies now." As she soon just walks away with her going on her own business. After that, as Izuku rests in the infirmary for a bit, with Jin coming in saying, there he is. "So, how's our driver doing?" As Pyre saying, "A little better. It's basically, well," as Recovery Girl soon comes in saying, "I was wondering, so the second one's here. Good to know. It looks like," as saying, don't need to play dumb, you two. All Might's already told me about about the two of you being really your own people instead of quirks." As they both, with a surprised face, saying, "All Might?" As Izuku hears the saying, "Wait, All Might told you?" As both of them saying, "Izuku, what?" As he set up too much with a sharp pain in his gut. As Pyre tells him, "You need to rest. Lie back down, will you?" As saying, "Sorry, just how did you know, Recovery Girl?" As Recovery Girl saying, "Oh, I just know quite a bit. After all, I used to take care of All Might when he was still a student here in UA, and I knew he was keeping somewhat of a secret besides One for All." As they soon as, "You know about One for All as well?" As she's saying, "Oh, it's complicated." As Izuku saying, "Great. So it does, don't worry, no one else knows about your situation. It's only me, and possibly the principal as well." As Izuku saying, "Oh, kill me. If that's the case, why am I still here in UA?" As soon after, All Might soon comes in with saying, "I can somewhat explain that." As All Might soon tells Izuku everything. That even though you told me to keep the secret about you, about Pyra, Mythra, and Jin, it wouldn't seem right to keep this a secret from the principal. When the principal heard about this, he was more interested in how two beings of pure power came to be. So, and why they attached themselves to a young boy such as you, and so long ago. All he wanted to know is the secret on who the two of you are, and how well you and Miss Pyra and Mythra work well together." And so it's during the sports festival. Before my way here, Principal Nezu says that he's great to see somebody of Izuku's potential. Even though he doesn't have a quirk, it's shown that he is hero material for UA. As soon after, Izuku begins crying and is glad to hear those words as Pyra grabs Izuku's hand, saying, "See, Izuku, you deserve as much credit as any of us." As Jin saying, "I'm glad that the principal understands, but we can't let something like this keep going, as we know how even though I've been here for a week or so, I can tell your society is kind of, well, judgmental when it comes to situations like this. Isn't that right?" As All Might saying, "You're really perceptive, Jin. You know that. I'm looking out for my driver. And to be honest, even though I don't have my memories, I still don't have a great trust in humans." As Izuku saying, "Jin, please." As saying, "All right." As Izuku began feeling a lot more better, him, Jin, and Pyra began going out as they see the lineup of the matches for the third event in the sports festival, and was also curious on why all the girls were in cheerleader outfits, as Kaminari and Sero basically convinced all the girls to wear them, as Izuku was kind of, shocked and also not surprised at the same time, as he looks on the board and sees who he's fighting against, and it's against Shinso, and he also wonders on who the other matches will be, as he sees that one person will be fighting against Momo, as that being Kendo. And to stop right here, I just said Kendo out of respect, mostly because she's part of Class 1A, and since Mythra and Pyra are part of Izuku's team, she wouldn't be separated from him after all. So yeah, if you guys were wondering about that, so that I just explained it now. And I know it's a half-assed thing, but still. As Izuku sees that he's going against Shinso, and he thinks on what he's going to do and what kind of quirk this guy has, as he wasn't there when Ojiro and Shota basically resigned from the sports festival when they were being mind controlled. After all, as soon as he wonders this, he tries to talk to Shinso, but Ojiro comes up behind him and grabs him with his tail and says, "You shouldn't say anything, Midoriya. Trust me, we need to talk." As he was wondering what's going on, as both Pyra and Jin saying, "Should we follow them?" As Jin saying, "I feel like probably, but personally, I should think that the two of them should talk by themselves. That's all." As Pyra saying, "Well, if you say so, Jin." After that, as Ojiro soon lets go of Izuku from his tail and saying, "So what is it, Ojiro?" As saying, "That guy with the purple hair and the eyes that look like he hasn't had much sleep. Turns out his quirk is mind control. I don't know what, and I don't know how, but it's possible that it's due to him asking a question. You have to stay quiet if you want to beat him. Trust me." As Izuku saying, "Seriously?" As he's saying, "That's how he got me to join his team. It's the reason why I dropped out, and I feel like I don't deserve to be part of the sports festival if I didn't actually give it my all, without doing it myself." As Izuku saying, "I understand, but so you're gonna help me out?" I'm saying, "Yeah, meet me before we got some time to prepare before the matches, so at least get some time, try and rest up for a bit." As soon after Ojiro leaves, and soon after Jin and Pyra come up saying, So he has a mind control quirk, as he's saying, there you guys were. Is saying, as Jin tells, we wanted to give you some time to talk. We didn't know what it might be, so as Izuku's saying, still. Soon after, as Izuku is about to leave, he soon stopped by who other? Shoto. As Izuku saying again, is saying, as he realized, what are you talking about, Midoriya? Is saying, don't worry. I'm guessing you want to talk to me too? As saying, so you know, we need to talk in private, without your sentient quirks. As soon after, Jin saying, I don't think we should trust him, Izuku. There's something in his eyes. It's menacing. As Pyra saying, yeah, it doesn't feel right. As Izuku saying, I trust Todoroki. Even though he did declare war on us, I don't think he would do anything. You guys trust me? As Pyra says, well, of course I trust you. I've always trusted you. As Jin saying, of course. Then trust me that I can talk to Todoroki on my own. As Pyra saying, fine, I will allow this, but if anything happens, I will step in. As Jin saying, I'll do the same. But if he tries anything, he's done for. As Shoto saying, you wanna bring in your quirks or not? As Izuku saying, guys, please. As they saying, fine. As they walk off and heading out, nearing outside of the arena and into an empty exit, is saying, what do you want to talk about, Todoroki? Is saying, who are you really, and who are they really? As Izuku saying, what? Those sentient quirks of yours. You normally, when it comes to sentient quirks, you can control when they come out or when they don't. Sometimes easy. However, your sentient quirks take human form. They seem like they have a mind of their own and their own personalities in the process. So tell me, what the heck are you, Midoriya? As Izuku saying, I'm just Izuku Midoriya. That's all. As Shoto saying, really? Because I think you're more than that if you have All Might supporting you as well. As Izuku saying, wait, what? I know about your relationship with All Might. I don't know if you're his love child or if you're his apprentice in somewhat. I don't care. It doesn't matter, because I plan on beating you. And beating you means I'm close to beating All Might. As Izuku saying, tell me, what is your obsession with trying to beat All Might? Even though I'm not his love child or his apprentice, what reason do you have to try and beat me just to beat him? As Shoto tells him his origin, as his mom was forced into a quirk marriage with his father, Endeavor. As Izuku hears this, saying, but why would he? As he tells him everything on how he struggled so much to become number one and ended up just the number 2 hero. So he couldn't accept it. And if he knew he couldn't beat All Might, he thought that one of his own kids could. As soon after, many of my older siblings, but they were deemed failures to him. As soon after he was born, putting him through intense training and causing his mother to suffer, making her pour boiling water on his left side, calling it unbearable. As Izuku hears this, thinking that this is horrible, as he isn't the only one hearing this actually. Both Mythra and Jin are also hearing this as well, as they're able to mask their presence for a bit. As Jin thinks, so this is what So this is what the humans do in this world, especially the humans who are power hungry. Why am I not surprised after all? Different world, same humans. As Mythra thinks, that's twisted. And he calls himself a hero? I swear Izuku better not respect that guy anymore. As Izuku thinks to himself, so you think beating me is the same way as beating All Might? Just because, and tell me, is he the reason why you hold yourself back as well? As Shoto saying, what? I only see you use your right side. You've never used your left. Tell me, is that the very reason why you're holding yourself back? As saying, so what if I am? I won't use his left side. I won't use his damn fire. I'll prove I'm better than him. Than it. You're not better than him if you hold yourself back. If anything, you're not better than anyone if you hold yourself back. As saying, what the hell do you know, Midoriya? As saying, I know. Personally, I can't understand what you've been going through. But I do understand one thing. I was born with nothing until Pyra and Mythra came into my life. My quirks came into my life. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would even be here today. And I know it. As I'm going to live up to the expectations that are given to me, not just by Pyra and Mythra, but Jin as well. I won't let them down. And even everyone else who've helped me get this far, who've supported me, I won't let them down. You can say you're doing this for your own personal motives, and that's fine. I understand. But don't you dare think you're better than everyone because you hold yourself back, Todoroki. As Izuku feeling a bit frustrated that he has all this power, and yet he only uses a fraction of it. As he soon looks to the left side and sees Jin, and on the right side he sees Mythra, as he has a look of disappointment, surprise, and also somewhat of comfort, as he just leaves, with Pyra moving too fast for even Shoto could see, as he just saw it blurred, saying, what the hell? As soon after, even Bakugo was somewhat there, but he didn't hear anything. As soon after, Jin saying, well, I guess it just proves my point even more. Izuku soon says, Jin, what are you? I still can't trust humans. The only human I can trust is you. As Jin walks off with Mythra saying, seriously, what a bastard. Did he even love Todoroki's mom? As saying, Mythra, sorry, I had to hear. Besides, how can you force a woman to marry you when she doesn't even love you at all? It's twisted. You should only marry somebody that you love, and you love alone. As Izuku thinks, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Mythra. So, I hope that you can marry somebody that you love. As Izuku soon says, wait, did I just say? As he looks at Mythra, who has a huge red face, saying, don't say shit like that out of the blue, and soon just slaps Izuku, as Jin says, okay, I'm not getting in the middle of this, as Mythra just walks away, as Izuku saying, I deserve that, as Mythra gets a little bit pissed, and soon holds her hand in her chest, as she's saying, if Izuku does marry somebody, and if it's not me, I will respect his choice. I mean it. As soon after, Pyra saying, would you? Really? Because if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think I could accept it. as Mythra hears Pyra, and she's quietly saying to herself, damn it all. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Also, like and subscribe, which helps out my channel a lot. Alright, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.